and they're parting with the Rosebuds after the match, which kind of makes Adam Rose seethe a little bit. And then, after that, we get hyped again. Cena's going to put his title shot on the line. And then finally, we get to a segment that I'm sure a lot of people are going to be talking about tomorrow morning. The NWO reunion. We get the theme and everything, Ashton.
Oh, yeah. I marked out for the theme. I marked out for the hey, yo. Because I used to do that along with Scott Hall every single Monday night on Nitro. Just so much nostalgia. It was great. And they did the NWO shtick, and then they actually got interrupted.
Yeah, they did. By the Ascension.
Which, when their music hit, I sat up in my seat, my ears perked up, because I knew something special was about to happen. And Victor, well, you know what? I'm not going to go through this entire promo. It's not worth it. I don't think this promo is very good. I think that the biggest problem was that they were kind of taking turns talking and they sounded like they were out of breath. And it's not a good thing when your killer heel tag team sounds like they got blown up by just doing an entrance. So maybe let the Ascension talk less. I feel like everybody that the WWE is trying to get over is being given. It's weird because it's like the guys that they're trying to get over as killers are talking too much, and everyone else isn't talking enough. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a perfect soundbite. You don't even need to say anything else.
Because like you look at Connor and Victor as the Ascension, and then Roman Reigns is another one, and they're all talking way too much.
Right, definitely. Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, they cut their little promo and they talk about, how the NWO is a joke and they're the best tag team ever and all this crap. And eventually JBL stands up and he takes his freaking jacket off and he starts taking his undershirt off, which he has a black APA shirt underneath it, which he reveals. And he basically just rips the Ascension for coming out and making fun of legends and stuff. And he talks about how he made a call and he reveals the APA shirt. Out comes Ron Simmons to the APA theme, which I freaking popped for. And then before anything else even happens, when they're all in the ring together, "Oh, you didn't know?" comes on over the loudspeaker, which is a fourth consecutive mark out for me.
Yeah, definitely. Road Dogg BG James, Billy Gunn. Road Dogg does his shtick on the mic, which is always awesome to hear. I can't lie. I love it. And then pretty much Gunn and Road Dogg primarily take it to the Ascension.
And you know why I don't have a problem with this, John?
Why is that, Ashton?
Because the guys that got the leg up on the Ascension were the New Age Outlaws. And the New Age Outlaws are less than a year removed from being your WWE tag team champions. They have not lost credibility. They still have that air of they still got it. And the fact that they were the ones that were kind of getting the upper hand over the Ascension, and the fact that the Ascension, you could also say that they were kind of taken aback by the fact that they were surrounded by 7 dudes when they were expecting it to be like a 2-on-3, them against the NWO. Yeah, I understand it. And then, of course, Victor ends up getting the clothesline from hell from JBL, which, again, was set up by the New Age Outlaws. So I love that they had the New Age Outlaws be the ones to get the upper hand here. And on top of that, they're capitalizing on it because they also set up a match, the Ascension versus the New Age Outlaws, at the Royal Rumble. I love this.
Yeah, that's not even the pre-show. Because
right,
that's
it's legit. The pre-show is a friggin' 6-man tag that's going to be amazing and better than almost every other match on the actual show.
Yeah, because of the added twist, it's the New Day versus Adam Rose, Tyson Kidd, and Cesaro in an elimination-style match. So that's going to be good. But before that, we do see the Authority backstage, and we're finally getting the reveal of who John Cena will face. I'm just going to sum this up neatly here. They humiliate a drum roll guy because he keeps pausing when they tell him not to pause, and we find out that John Cena is facing Seth Rollins, Kane, and the Big Show in a 1-on-3 handicap match. And then afterwards, the guy that plays the trumpet came along, and he started playing, I guess, the somber tune. I guess seeing that John Cena has to face overwhelming odds yet again. And yeah, it was comical. I got a good laugh, but it was hokey as all hell.
Everybody knows the only reason John Cena overcomes all the odds is because he can't even.
Exactly. So then after that, we get Paige and Natalya versus Summer Rae and Alicia Fox. we learn here that Paige and Natalya, at the Royal Rumble are going to be in a tag team match against the Bellas. So,
Which came out of nowhere, and apparently we're not getting a Divas Championship match.
At least not yet, but I'm guessing that won't be too far behind. And the Bella Twins were actually on commentary, and Nikki was actively flirting with JBL, which is why I said that, everything that John Cena does, I guess, really doesn't amount to much in the long run, because Nikki's got wandering eyes, I suppose. So, there you go. And yeah, not really much to say about this match. Paige and Natalya get their usual offense. Paige does get the win after she makes Alicia Fox tap out to the PTO, so Paige and Natalya do get the win. This definitely, to me, feels like they are setting up a Paige and Natalya feud. Whether or not it will involve the Divas Championship, I mean, that's purely speculative. I personally believe it will, but I can totally understand why somebody believed that it wouldn't. But I definitely think we're going to get a few Paige and Natalya matchups, and I'm not going to have any complaints over here, so let's do it.
No kidding. They're, heck, two of the women that have put on some amazing matches on NXT live specials, Paige versus Emma and Natalya versus Charlotte, coming together to face each other, I'm all for it.
Especially if it gets a respectable amount of time by main roster standards, so here's to hoping.
10 minutes would be nice.
Yeah, exactly. That's all I'm looking for is 10 minutes. After that, we get the last really funny segment of the night for me, anyway, because it's Rusev versus R-Truth. Rusev comes out, I guess poses with the title and all that stuff, looking pumped. R-Truth comes out, he does his usual rap, but then he asks Texas, what's up? Well, I'm going to tell you. And he said, Rusev, every red-blooded, apple pie-eating American WWE superstar, they're coming for you, Cupcake. And at Cupcake, I was just dying, because I'm like, oh my god.
What, you don't think Rusev looks a little bit like a cupcake, John?
Absolutely not. I can't even make a straight face.
Okay, we get it. You overcome the odds, John Cena.
I know, but I can't even keep a straight face with it. It's that bad. But yeah, R-Truth got destroyed here. He gets put in the accolade in a matter of moments, and he taps out, so Rusev wins.
Would you even go as far as to say that Rusev oppressed him?
No, I wouldn't. But
would you go as far as to say that this non-Native American from Europe with the United States Championship oppressed a black man on Martin Luther King Jr. Day?
Yes. Okay. Yes. Yeah.
Way to go. See, they got it right with the New Day, and they screwed it up with this.
You knew it was bound to happen, though. You knew it was bound to happen.
Man, I thought that the overwhelming power of the WWE trying to support Martin Luther King, which, by the way, how hilarious is it that they go into that video package to start the show talking about how, look at all these wonderful African Americans that have been so iconic in the world, and they show Nelson Mandela, who has never been an American. He's just pure African.
I know. And yet Malcolm X gets a pass. I don't know. I'm just low jaded though, because he's my personal favorite black American there. But that's just me. So then we go Miz or George Washington Carver. 300 peanut products, but I digress. Then we go Miz versus Jey Uso. And not really much to say here. Crowd pops for Mizdow. I personally haven't gotten tired of it yet, but I'm going to be very much looking forward to when tension is finally going to build between these two at Rumble, because I totally see that happening. And, it's your pretty standard back and forth matchup. At one point, Miz tries to go on for the skull crushing finale on Jey Uso. Jey slides through and sends Miz into the ring post. Miz eats a super kick for his efforts after that, and then he gets splashed. Of course, Mizdow is imitating the entire thing. And, yeah, Jey Uso wins.
John, when you say the Miz versus Jey Uso, I say, oh, good, I had to pee anyway.
Yeah, pretty much.
I actually, I'm not even joking, I'm not exaggerating. I saw that this was going to be a thing, and I went to the bathroom. I did not give a crap.
Dude, I don't blame you. I think everybody and their mothers is so over this program. Seriously, I know what the Ascension is doing, and I'm feeling a little bit better about it now, given what we're going to get at the Rumble and everything. But I just cannot wait for them to take the straps over the Usos when the time comes.
Are the Usos seriously still the tag team champions? Good God.
Yeah, you have to wake up to that reality every day. I know it sucks.
Oh, man, it is ridiculous. Well, whatever. Like I said, I didn't give a crap about this match. So up next, we had our big main event, John Cena versus Big Show, Seth Rollins, and Kane. And can I just say, if you're going to have 3 guys representing the heel team for John Cena to overcome, the least you could have done was make it an elimination match where each guy that gets eliminated represents one of the careers of one of the guys that were fired. So, like, if Cena eliminates Seth Rollins, it brings Dolph Ziggler back. If he eliminates Big Show, it brings back Ryback. If he eliminates Kane, it would be Rowan. And I think that would have worked out so much better, obviously. And here's the thing. You can't even say, oh, they didn't have time. They had time restrictions. Because they were only at like 3 minutes after 11. Everyone knows they usually go until 10 or 11 after.
And here's the thing too. I mean, not to go so much into it because it didn't even play out. But I mean, USA Network loves that WWE has that third hour, so you know that they would have been okay with WWE taking liberties if they really wanted to make it seem so huge. But I mean, that's intelligent booking. What do you think this is? NXT? You should know better. But anyway. This match is pretty by the books. There's nothing really specific to get into it except for the ending, because Cena at one point seems like he's going to win after the AA. Of course, J&J Security pulls him out. Everybody's piling on him. Big Show hits a spear on the outside. Cena beats the count just at the last moment at 9, because of course, right? Kane feeds him a chokeslam. And it just seems like the walls are closing in on Cena. But then, as Rollins is about to, put in the death blow, we hear the caw, caw, the whole bird sounds, which I suck at, and it's Sting.